Morning student and welcome to the online students. Today I explain exercise 13.4, and in this exercise I have to tell you the sphere. First of all, we have to discuss about the sphere. What is the sphere and whose object is the shape of a sphere? So, at your home, you have to see the ball, or you have to know the earth. These all object are in the shape of a sphere. Okay, these are the spherical shape. And here two concept we have to discuss with you. Okay, what is the difference between a sphere and a circle? सर्किल इज जस्ट लाइक योर आपके घर में जो लेडीज होंगी वो एक कंगन पहनती हैं, ठीक है। तो दैट शेप इज दैट कंगन, जो वो कंगन है वही जो है आपका क्या होता है, एक सर्कल की फॉर्म का होता है। और स्फेयर कैसा होता है? स्फेयर होता है जस्ट लाइक ए बॉल। अगर आपके पास कोई बॉल है तो वो एक स्फेयर है, अर्थ है वो एक स्फेयर है, आपका ग्लोब है जिस पर आप जो मैपिंग होती है, जो नक्शा होता है वो देखते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो बी ए spherical form. So these are the spherical form. And in the sphere, just the same things you very well know. In the sphere you have a radius. तो sphere में भी radius होती है, और इसके बाद में इसमें जो भी अदर डायमेंशन है जस्ट लाइक अ हाइट और slant height. In the previous exercise you have to learn about the slant height in the cone. So these are the shape of a so many dimensions, just like a cylinder have a two dimension, two measurement in this shape cylinder, just like a radius or height. But in a cone there is a three dimension, just like a radius, height and the slant height. And then after we have to discuss only one dimension shape, that is known as a sphere. So in the sphere you have only one dimension, that is a radius. Clear? So now you have to know about the sphere. Now we have to discuss about the formulas of that spheres. So first formula of a sphere is area, surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. This formula you are used when you have to calculate the surface area of sphere. Are you understand these things? Now we have to discuss about the hemisphere. What's the meaning of hemisphere here? You have a ball, and if you have to cut with the help of cut it with the within a two parts, that time one part is made as a hemisphere. I repeat again, if the sphere you have to cut into a two equal parts, that time one part is known as hemisphere. So hemisphere is nothing but a half part of the sphere, and also it is show in your figure here, just like have to say or display here. So in this figure you also known as this is a one dimension figure, and in this dimension you have a radius. Okay, so this is a radius. And when you have to calculate the surface area of a sphere, so that time you have to use this formula, pi 2 pi r square. So with this formula you have to calculate the curved surface area of hemisphere. Here we have to explain two things. Just one thing is, in sphere only the surface area it have, but in hemisphere it have two shape. First is curved surface area, second is total surface area. And total surface area is made with curved surface area plus base of a hemisphere. So this is a hemisphere, and in this hemisphere you have, this is a curved surface area and this is a base. So if you are added these two part, that time you have to know the total surface area of hemisphere. So what's the formula made with this concept? Total surface area is equal to curved surface area plus base area, yeah, area of base. And which figure you have in the base of an hemisphere, that is a circle. So we have to use the area of circle here, that's the area of a circle is pi r square. So that time you have to add the curved surface area and base area of a base, and then this is converted into 3 pi r square. So by this way, total surface area of hemisphere, you have to use this formula 3 pi r square, and if the cut surface area you have, that time you are use the formula is 2 pi r square. So these are three formulas that you are used in this exercise, and I feel after this explanation you have to understood how to work with hemisphere and sphere. Okay, now we have to start our question with the question number 1, and this exercise is quite easy, so you are comfortably do these exercise at your home, and also we have to explain these things. Now here question number 1, see this. Here the question number 1 is find the surface area of hemisphere of radius. So here the three radius is given, first, second and third. You have to calculate one by one all the you have to take one radius, and then after you have to find the surface area, and you have to take the another radius, then you have to find the surface area. That's mean you have to take one by one radius, and then after you have to calculate the surface area. Clear? So we have to take or explain the first part of this question. Here the radius is r is equal to 10.5, and you very well know what is the formula of surface area. That's the formula 4 pi r square. So you have to write here surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, and then after what's value you have, you have a value 4 into, you take the value pi, pi is 22 upon 7, and r is 1.5, and next r sorry, you have to write here the r as 10.5, and then after 10.5, because r square is there, so you have to write r as a 2 time. Okay, r as a 2 time with the within a multiplication form. So we have to write these things just like 4 into 22 upon 7 into 10.5 into 10.5, and cut this 7 with 10.5, that time is converted into 1.5, and then after you have to multiply all these value and get your answer. So only multiplication you have to use in this form question, and nothing but your question is to be complete. And this is a sphere, we have to give the shape here, and in this sphere you have a radius 10.5 centimeter. Now we have to explain the next question. Before starting to explaining this question, we have to discuss that things you have to complete or do at your home. This is the question number uh, 1 second part, and question number 1 third part at your home as your homework. And this is a calculation of the previous question, question number 1 first part. Okay, so do it this calculation, that says 6 into 22 into 10.5, and then after multiply it and you get your answer. The answer is 1386 centimeter square. This is a required answer of that question. Okay, now we have to explain question number 2. Find the surface area of a sphere of the diameter. Here in this question you have a diameter. So in this question it also have the three parts. So we have to explain only one part. Remaining two part you have to do at your home as a homework. So we have to know कि radius, in the first part you have a diameter is equal to 14, and you very well know what is the relation between a radius and diameter. Radius is equal to the half of a diameter, so that time r is equal to 14 upon 2, and then you get the radius is 7 centimeter. Okay, this is a shape, and in this shape this is a spherical form, so we have to write a spherical form here, and then after this is your radius, that is a 7 centimeter radius, and then after you have to calculate the surface area of hemisphere. What is the formula of it? 4 pi r square and put the value of r here, pi, and then after you have to calculate it, and then your answer is coming. Okay, so 4 into pi, 22 upon 7, r 7 into 7, because r square is there, so 7 into 7 you have to write here. Cut this 7 with 1 7, and then after you have 88 into 7, and then you multiply it. 616 centimeter square is the required answer of that question, of the question number second, and that have a first part. Now you have to do the next part of that question at your home as a homework, and the next also, that is a sixth and second and third part at your home. You have to do it yourself. This is your homework. Now we have to explain the question number 3. So what is the question number 3? Question number 3 is find the total surface area of hemisphere. So here you know that this is a hemisphere and you have to find the total surface area. Okay, and here the radius is 10 centimeter and you have to put the value of pi is equal to 3.14. So here radius r is equal to 10 centimeter, and then you know that the total surface area of hemisphere, what is the formula of total surface area of hemisphere? That is a 3 pi r square. In the in this video we have to explain these things in a previously, or in the starting of that video. Okay, so you have to put the value of all these things, that is just like a pi, r, or you have to put here. So you have to put this value here, 3 into pi, that is 3.14, r, that is 10, and r square is there, so we have to write these things just like 10 into 10, because the radius is 10 centimeter. Now multiply all these value and get the answer. Okay, and I feel you are comfortably multiply all these things, so we are not explain how to multiply it. Okay, now the next question is on your screen, and next question is the radius of the hemisphere, the radius of the spherical balloon, not is here hemisphere, that is a spherical balloon, increase from 7 centimeter to 14 centimeter, and uh, as the air is being pumped into it. So when here this question is says, okay, if you have to pump any balloon, that time it is increase its radius. Here the radius is given 7 centimeter, and when you have to pump with the air, that time it is increased with 14 centimeter. Okay, so now you have a two radius. First radius is 7 centimeter, second radius is 14 centimeter of the balloon. So you have to calculate and find the ratio of the surface area of the balloon. You have to find the ratio of the surface area of the balloon. And here you know that if this is a first time balloon that have the radius is 7 centimeter, so you have to calculate the surface area with the help of a radius 7 centimeter. So what is the formula of it? That is a spherical form, so you have to use the 4 pi r square, and then after you have to put the value of r only, because pi is cut down here. You see this pi, 4 pi and 4 pi are cut down here, so we are not put here the value of pi, and without putting this value we have to do the simple calculation, and we are easily find the answer without any hard calculation or without any uh, more calculation. Okay, so we have to put only the radius here, so that is a 4 pi into 7 centimeter square. Now we have to calculate the surface area with the help of 14 centimeter, that is a radius. So you have to surface area 4 pi r square, because this is a spherical form, and then you have to put the value of r. So 4 pi into r, what is the value is r, 14, so you have to put here 14 into 14, because the r square is there. Okay, so now 4 pi into 14 into 14. Now you have to find the ratio to you have to write here ratio of a surface area of the balloon is, first of all you have to write the first ratio surface area. Now we have to put the second ratio, and then we have to divide these things. So 4 pi and 4 pi is cut down here, and then after 7 1 ja 7, 7 2 ja 14, 7 1 ja 7, 7 2 ja 14, and that time 1 into 1 that is 1, and 2 into 2 that is 4. So 1 upon 4 is there, and this is the required answer 1 ratio 4 when the radius is increased from 7 to 14. And this is the answer of, or this is a relation of the surface area of a sphere. So by this way you have to solve these four questions at your home again in your copy, and also you have to do this question in your rough notebook, because math is a subject of a practice. If you are not do the practice of these questions, then you are not able to perform a good score in the exam. Okay, so I request you, okay, please do it in your notebook, and also you have to do in your rough notebook. Okay, here one things we have to say, okay, when you have to see all the videos, then you have to write your comment. It is necessary to give your comment. All student please listen these things. Okay, it is necessary to give your comment. And how to write this comment? First of all you have to write your class, then after your roll number, then after your name, and then after you have to write I see all the video, and then your comment you have to pass out or send it. Okay, if you have any type of doubt or any type of query, then time you are also comment below of this video, and or you have to directly ask me. I have to solve your problem as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video.